Nintendo has proven time and time again that they do not care about their fans. Yet, like a moth to a flame, we continue to buy their products even though they keep hiking up the prices, disappointing us, and generally spitting on our mouths. Today, I will be covering a couple of examples of why Nintendo hates us. Spoiler alert, there's no good reason. They just like money a lot. Nintendo, they're like Mr. Krabs when it comes to money, always just ready to kill an orphan child if that means just saving an extra penny or two. Most of the time, as consoles age, they only lower in price as technology progressively will get cheaper as new technologies get discovered. However, the only reason I say most of the time is because Nintendo recently put out a statement that they were going to up the price of their 10-year-old console, the Nintendo Switch 1. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, like, just look at this. Do you really need that extra $40, you greedy fucking troglodytes, huh? You really need that extra car? Shunturo Furukawa? Furukawa? In psychology, there is a phenomenon where kidnapped victims begin to identify with their captors, forming a parasocial relationship with them. Kind of like popular YouTuber Dream's relationship with his fans. Except he is actually the kidnapped victim. But anyway, if and when these victims ever find freedom, they often yearn for their captor or lose the ability to have any social life at all. This whole phenomenon is called Stockholm Syndrome, and I believe most Nintendo fans have it. Except instead of kidnapping and sexual assault, Nintendo is stealing your money. And sexual assault. But I mean, these Nintendo fans, they really just can't help themselves at all. I mean, it's the Stockholm Syndrome. You saw people complaining, fucking riots in the streets over the price of the Switch 2 and the price hikes. People, gathering, the Nintendo fans, they're gathering, they're like, guys, it's time to boycott the Switch 2.
Hey guys, it's me, Mutahar. The same guy who wouldn't shut the fuck up about how bad the Switch 2 is. I just want to let you guys know that I bought one and I love Mario Kart. Anyway, I am going to go play it non-stop for 456 hours and then make a video about how bad it is and how I want a refund. Thanks for watching.
And all these fucking Neanderthals, they go out and they're like, guys, I know I bought the Switch 2, but it's kind of epic. What do you fucking mean epic, buddy? You paid $500 for the privilege to buy $90 games. And when I say games, I mean 2 games, because there's only fucking 2 games on the console. Like, I'm sorry, but if you have to defend yourself after buying something like this, then you definitely just messed up somewhere. No joke, one of my closest friends who always complains about Nintendo, yet literally owns almost every Nintendo product. I mean, for fuck's sake, the guy's collecting every N64 game right now. Anyway, the guy's always complaining, oh golly good gracious, I will never stand for these prices. We must boycott Nintendo. And literally the day after was launch day, and I go to the guy's house and he's like, oh bro, I know I just ranted about the Switch 2 and how ass it is. But I mean, come on, it was the last one! And my friend isn't the only one. This boycott failed tremendously, with the Switch 2 having record sales in its first week or 2. Point is, to successfully boycott something, you actually need to get this, not fucking buy the product. Now, you might be thinking, so what, Nintendo violates my wallet every couple months? They aren't that bad. I mean, it's not like Nintendo killed someone. And while yes, they did not kill someone, I would argue that they've definitely done worse than killing. During the height of the pandemic, a man named Gary Bowser, ironic I know, was arrested for selling modded Switches and modded ROMs of old Nintendo games. Nintendo were the ones that ultimately got the police on his trail and got him behind bars. The man served 14 months out of a 40-month piracy sentence. You'd think he got off pretty easy, serving less than half of the sentence. But Nintendo, being the actual incarnation of evil itself, decided that was not enough of a punishment, and gave him an ungodly punishment. Similar levels to Greek mythology. Nintendo imposed a debt of $14.5 million on the man. $14.5 million that he probably will never be able to pay off, living the rest of his days paying 20 or 30% of any paycheck he makes straight to the billion-dollar corporation. Quite literally, fucking financially enslaving the man. Now, Nintendo recently just got a lot of backlash for telling a charity speedrunning event that they were not allowed to play their titles in the upcoming event. Unless they acquired a permit, but unfortunately it was already too late to get the permit. Now, I don't know who at Nintendo corporate thought that this was going to look good at all. I mean, you see a lot of Nintendo drones going around and they're like, guys, Nintendo, they made Mario 64. I loved Mario 64. Amazing game, great game, fantastic game. I love Mario 64. I came in here, I'm like, wow, Mario 64, amazing game. They go and bat for Nintendo for no fucking reason. Like, this company does not owe you anything. Why? Now, it doesn't take a lot to realize that hurting or doing anything negative relating to a nonprofit charity group is going to get you some bad press, all right? I don't know why it is so controversial to say Nintendo fucking sucks for this. I mean, it makes no sense. What are you doing? But then again, it makes no fucking sense to waste $500 on a console to play $90 games. And you know what the stupid part is? This isn't even close to the first time they've shut down a game/gaming event. I mean, I can give you a whole list of times they've done it. And in fact, get ready, because that list is coming up. In 2020, they shut down the Big House Online, which would have been the biggest online tournament of all time. Shortly after, Splatoon fans tried to show support for Smash, and then they got the X too. Pokemon Uranium got a cease and desist via copyright, even though the game featured completely original assets. And don't forget the fact that they're still suing Power World, even though Power World plays completely differently to any Pokemon game that they've ever made, because they're too fucking lazy to change the format. They shut down AM2R even though it was a more in-depth and overall better experience than the original game. Also, they shut down the biggest Smash Ultimate circuit of all time. And also, just this year, they shut down a Passion Project fan movie of The Legend of Zelda. And ladies and gentlemen, these are just the biggest examples. If I wanted to go more in-depth with more examples, I definitely fucking could. In conclusion, do I hate you just because you bought a Switch 2? Yeah, I think I would go ahead and say that I hate you because you bought a Switch 2. I think that's a pretty fucking stupid purchase. Now, if they actually make a new Smash game on the Switch 2, then yeah, I'll be buying a Switch 2. I have no fucking morals at all.